Congressman Tim Burchett went on Tucker Carlson's show to discuss alleged UFO or UAP sightings.
One instance Burchett mentioned appears to be gaining traction. It involves something that a naval officer told Burchett he saw underwater.
Let's listen.
A very high-ranking member of the Navy described some underwater experiences they'd had with something that was doing 200 miles. And the best thing we got is probably 40. It
was doing 200 miles an hour underwater?
Underwater, big as a football field, and that's no fish.
So is it possible, given our current understanding of physics, for any man-made machine to go anywhere near 200 miles an hour underwater?
Not with our technology, no. The best we have is probably in the high 30s. And he was converting it. Of course, knots is what the Navy guys would do.
Burchett also said that another official told him that deep underwater areas are where they see these UFOs. For the skeptics who think that this technology may be ours, Burchett argued why he thinks this isn't the case. Let's watch.
Why would we risk multi-million-dollar apparatus? And why would we put something in the air around our best pilots that could have a crash? Because these guys are talking about there's actually, they've come close to collisions. Why would they do that? They would not do that. No, that would be stupid. No, I mean, there's even, I always say military intelligence, a whole lot like congressional ethics. I don't think it really exists much anymore.
I've noticed.
But anyway, it's I just don't think that we'd be risking that. So that's my proof that it's not ours.
That's no fish. It's a good line. Good line.
Why are we not investigating this more? This is not making you uncomfortable. Before I started this show, I want to tell you, I genuinely was less interested in even getting involved in reading these articles. Mm-hmm. But the more they come across my desk, I'm actually wildly uncomfortable with the idea that there's a football field size thing going underwater 200 miles per hour. Do you just think that everyone is just a liar? So says a high-ranking naval official, so you don't believe people who are in our Navy that are extremely high-ranking, that have seen way more than you or I? You don't take their word for it? You think that everyone that goes on Joe Rogan's podcast and says these things that have worked alongside some of the top government agencies are just all lying? All to what? To fool Robbie Suave? Like, tell me why they'd be lying.
I didn't say they're lying. People...
They're delusional?
Oh, all right. Don't put words in my mouth.
I want to explain your thought.
People see things and that they can't explain, and probably there's a rational explanation, but that's not aliens. But they don't know what it is, and that's how it goes. I'm not saying they saw things that pilots all the time see things they can't identify. It doesn't mean it's aliens.
Robbie, a football field size thing, you're seeing your mind's playing tricks on you, moving 200 miles per hour, a football. You know the size of a football field? When you watch Bad Bunny, you'll see how big a football field is. It's very huge. I don't think that could be a misconception in your mind. If you saw something flying across the ocean as somebody who works in the water that was the size of a football field, I don't think it is. Tell me another rational explanation. I can't even start to fathom what that could be. At the very least, this should be looked into. If somebody who's high-ranking in the Navy is saying this.
But they look into things, and nothing definitive ever comes of any of these inquiries or hearings where it is alleged that the bodies and crafts of alien life have been recovered by the U.S. government and are being kept in facilities somewhere, and we talk to and have presented before us people who supposedly know where those facilities are, where the bodies have been recovered from, who is involved in it, and they won't tell us.
And you don't believe there's any truth to this at all? You think it's just...
No.
I think that
there's none.
It could easily be true.
I
think that they don't want to cause mass hysteria. You ever saw Men in Black?
Have you ever seen Men in Black? The idea of our government successfully keeping something like that secret. I mean, they haven't kept it secret.
Right, people are yelling from the rooftops about it. It's not that they've kept it secret.
So according to your view, right, it's not been kept secret because there's all these people who know about it because they keep suggesting they know about it. But they can't give you the final piece of the puzzle. They can never say, and here's where it is, and here's the actual proof. And they say, we know a guy who knows a guy, but that's all we can say. Your BS meter doesn't go off at some point then?
Not with all these different entities saying similar things. I don't think that they all call each other like, hey, we're going to go on podcasts and just rile people up. Like, what
I'm not saying they're
there's
trying.
There's no connected dots between some
trying to rile people up, but people mistakenly associate things with the supernatural or extraordinary explanations, and I think are just wrong. I think that's the most likely explanation.
I think you want to believe that because you're scared.
The giant computer alien whale. I'm not scared.
I think you're nervous and scared about
does.
aliens, and I think you're trying to talk yourself out of believing that they exist.
No, that's ridiculous. That does it for us on Rising Live. Look out for more exclusive YouTube content coming your way today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Hills YouTube channel so you never miss any content, and we'll let you know when the giant alien fish jumps out of the water, and Lindsay's right about that. See ya.